Hi everybody and welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Karen and I'm one half of Kiora Creations, and welcome to another update. As I said earlier, thank you to everyone that has joined us, and a big thank you to all our new subscribers. I believe Tracy at Crochet by Tracy has given me a shout out, so I appreciate that very much, Tracy, and welcome to everyone. I'm just going to hop right into it, and I'm just going to get straight into my makes for this past week. I have managed to get some crochet done in what has been a very interesting week, to say the least. So apologies for the shadow behind me. I live in Tasmania and sunlight is at a premium. Anyway, on to our makes. I've been making bandanas again. So once again, I've made the granny stitch bandana. Better show my face instead of hiding behind the bandana. It is a triangle. As you can see, we start, just pull it back here a little bit. We start at the bottom, and all you're doing is making 3 single crochet and then 3 double crochets, turn and keep going up until you get to a triangle. I do 11 rows, and then I put on a scalloped edge, which is just a single crochet, 7 double crochets, single crochet, and then 7 double crochets, and goes all the way around. Put this little piece on the end here, which is just a double crochet, then a chain 3, turn back on itself, and then a single crochet, and then back down the other side. 2 straps. You do the first one. I like to do it as a as a single crochet back down, so it's 85 stitches, and then I like to do as I said, a single crochet back down where it's joined on there on the corner, crochet across the top, single crochet, and then up the other side for 85, and then back down. So I managed to get a pink and a white one done. I got a green with a brown trim. Then the opposite, a brown with a green trim. And then I did a red with a pink trim. So I got 4 made in total. Now this bandana is a pattern by a pattern by Passionate Kelsey, who you can find on YouTube. I will link her below, but she puts out this as a free tutorial on her YouTube channel. Now for these particular bandanas, I use the Lion brand cotton. Not 100% happy with the cotton yarn itself, but some beautiful colors, and I'm happy to use it to get these beautiful colors out of it. So I've managed to do 4. Now these 4 will be restocked in our Etsy store, and I will also be taking them to markets. Whatever doesn't sell on Etsy, everything goes to markets. So I don't have a market for a while, so I'm happy to do both at this particular stage. I should also mention that I use a 4-point-millimeter hook to do those, and they don't take very long at all. They're a very quick and easy crochet pattern. Now on to a new make for me. It was a Instagram pattern, and I'll just show you these little chicks with eggs on their heads. So this is a new pattern to me. It's called Eggy Chick, and as I said, it's a free Instagram pattern by Therapy on My Hook. Very, very simple to make. You're making from the top down. It is just rounds, pretty much it. These little what are they called, wings, are a single crochet 3, and then into the second one from the hook and back in, and some little bubble for the feet, the beak in the middle, 2 eyes, Then the top is just crocheted separately, which we then sew on. So we crochet the white of the egg first, then the center of the egg, and then you sew it all back on. I liked it so much that I did 1, 2, 3. So I've got 3 little Eggy Chicks. Now I have done 2 with the orangey coloured egg, so that's very bright, 1 with the yellow center. I do have another one that I haven't finished, but I'm getting to it. Now the yarn that I used for this was the Spotlight Value Ball velour, so that's what I made that in. 12mm eyes, parfait chunky in an orange for the beak. The white is a Reject Shop yarn. Now, for those not in Australia, the Reject Shop has just been bought out by Dollarmart, so it's a Dollarmart yarn, I guess. It's a very thin chenille, so I have double stranded the white to give a little bit more thickness, and of course this is the same yellow as this, which is the Spotlight Value Ball. And when I did the orange ones, everything's the same except that's the parfait chunky, so what was used on the beak has been used as the center part of the egg. I think that's all that I had wrote down. 12mm eyes, 5mm hook. They say 20 to 30 minutes make. Well, as you know, and I've said before, I am a slow crocheter, so they took me a little bit longer than that, but that's okay. I'm happy to sit there and do it. And because I liked them so much, I adapted them to make some keychains. I'm just grabbing here in my little tub beside me. Now, I don't actually have many keychains at the moment. I turned my baby octopus into a keychain or backpack buddy or a key charm, whatever you like to call it. What I do have is practically sold out as far as they go. I think I've got 1 rose left and maybe some flowers, but they're not overly interesting, and I thought, well, I need to add some more to that. So I liked the egg on top of these chicks so much, I made some more. So I've made, oops, there's a bit of fluff. Only problem with this white, there was lots of fluff. I've made some fried eggs, and as I said, I liked them so much, I made 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've now got 4 new backpack buddies, keychain, charms, key rings, whatever you like to call them. Everybody calls them all something different. More fluff, I can see. As I said, this white that I got from the Reject Shop, it's beautiful and soft, but oh my goodness, does it shed and sheds and sheds and sheds. I know I was doing it overnight time, and oh, I just had white all down the front of my clothes. So anyway, so I've made those. So that's 4 for market stock at this stage, because I don't have them on my Etsy shop, so they're definitely market stock. I should also say that I don't have any of my plushies on my Etsy store either, so this is all market stock as well. So I try not to at the moment put the plushies on my Etsy store because I've got other stuff that I'd like to sell through there. The bandanas, as I said, will go onto the Etsy shop, but at the same time, when I do go to a market and if I feel that the vibe of the market warrants putting out the bandanas, I will. I tend to, when I go to markets, I have a look at the crowd that is patronising the market, and I choose what I will put out to sell. Plushies always go out, but then I decide whether I put out headbands, book covers, bandanas, what are some other things, beanies, just anything else that I may make. Oh, you know, I've got some baby things that I put out as well. So there's lots and lots of different bits and pieces. Sorry about that, I'm back again. I just had a phone call come through, so I thought I'd better answer it because it was my gorgeous granddaughter ringing up to talk to her ma of an afternoon. Highlight of my day. Anyway, that's all the makes that I have got for this week so far, and that is perfectly fine. I do want to give a massive shout out to all those that have connected with us in regards to our recent fire here at our house. Our shed, if you don't know, was in a fire. My husband has lost the majority of his tools that he does the horseshoe art with. So at the moment, our horseshoe art is on a hold. Now, it's been another busy week. We've had what they call the restoration cleaners come in who have emptied out our shed and taken away things to be cleaned and things that are to be written off. My marquee for markets, I believe, is being written off just due to smoke damage. There's a whole lot of things that we're unsure about at the moment. We're just going through the process. The other thing that has happened also this week is that we've had an engineer come in and look at the shed itself, and his recommendation is that the shed is to be rebuilt. We don't know when that's going to happen or any details in regards to that at the moment. So in a way, it's good to have answers, but in another way, it is still very confronting for us both. My husband doesn't have an area to work in at the moment, nor does he have any tools, which of course is a major factor. Anyway, onwards and upwards, as we keep telling ourselves, it is what it is. The fire has happened. We have to move forward. Thank goodness for insurance, but it is, it's just a very, very hard time for us at the moment. But as I said, I really want to give a shout out to those people that have reached out to us with their messages, just checking in, asking how we were going. Thank you for doing that. It has been very much appreciated. So on to the next video in due course. I will continue making things. I have one more Eggy Chick to finish. Just have to sew on its egg on its head. So that'll give me a total of 4 for markets, which I'm happy with. If I can have between 4 and 5 things, I'm happy with that. The only thing that I will have more of will be ducks and chickens. For some reason, they just sell so much, but we will get onto those. I do have 1 custom order left, and I thought it was only going to be 1 plushie, but it has now been increased to 2 plushies. So I'm hoping to get onto that. I was just actually saying to my daughter-in-law, I've got to get onto and make it, but because it will be made in a dark blue and a black, I'm not real sure how I'm going to go of a nighttime crocheting that. My eyes are not the best at the best of times, so seeing those darker colors of a night might make it a little bit difficult, especially for counting, but I'm going to go and give it a go. If not, I'll just have to set aside some time on the weekend to get in and get that made while the sun is out. Very rare in Tasmania for to have the sun out, but especially in winter, but here's hoping that I have enough daylight hours on the weekend to do those. So once again, thank you to all our new subscribers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and watch. For those that haven't subscribed, please do consider subscribing and make sure you hit that button. I hope everyone has a great week. As I say, one step in front of the other. And I do like a saying that I'm going to pinch from Tracy at Crochet by Tracy. It's okay not to be okay as long as we talk about it. Tracy, thank you for those words. It's very, very true at the moment. And I look forward to seeing everybody in the next video. Catch you then. Bye.